Don't know if I told you this story before. A few weeks after our wedding, went to the village. Maybe just like 3 weeks after our wedding. Went to the village because my wife had not been to my village up until that point. We had gone to see my parents where they live, but we've not been to our village. So we went to do small honeymoon somewhere in Calabar after honeymoon. So, okay, let's pass through the village. We go there on Saturday. We go to church on Sunday. Then we continue to Jos. Got to the village on Saturday, and then it was as if all hell was let loose. Less than 1 hour after we came to the village, a terrible, terrible high fever from nowhere descended upon me. And you know that kind of fever where you are hot and you are cold at the same time. Right? You are shaking, you are shivering, and your temperature is high. You are sweating, but you need a blanket. So, I said, these people, what kind of thing is this? And I went inside, and then I shook it off. Like 45 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes of prayer, and then the thing just lifted. It lifted like a cloud. Then I came back out and sat. We're gisting. I was now pressed. I went to the back, his village. There is no village. So I went to the back of the compound where there's a pit toilet, and then there's a bathroom that is made with thatch and roof. So I went in there, eased myself. Then I came out. As I was stepping to walk back into the compound, I stepped on something. This is my left leg. I stepped on something. And I have enough native intelligence to know what it is. I was born and brought up in a village. Not that village, the village on the other side. So I know those things. As I stepped on it, I knew what it was. Before you can say Jack Robinson, the thing had divided my body into 2 equal halves. So this leg, all the way, before you know it got to my knee, before you know it got to my waist, it got to my chest, engulfed my hand. It divided my body like this. 2 equal halves. This right-hand side was perfect. Nothing. This left-hand side, I was on fire. So, now, the thing they did was, it's the customized version. There are 2 different versions of that thing. The customized one, you are laughing too early. Don't worry. The customized one is made with somebody's name. It's like your phone number. If you dial any other number, your own phone will not ring. Do you understand? So that one that is customized, 1 million people can pass there, no problem. They can't pick the call. The person with whose name it was done specifically, it will wait for you until you come. When just pass, and that is it. So it was the customized edition. So I went back. So this is our main village. My parents were going to come to join us very early on Sunday morning to go to church. So in this village now is my grandmom, that's my father's mom, and then some of my uncles, I think just like one or so of my father's younger brother that were in the compound. So this is like our ancestral home. So I go into the room. Now imagine this is my wife's first time in our village. And this is less than a month after our wedding. And they are trying to turn the woman into a widow. So I went into the room, and I told her, I said, these guys, they've done something here, so let's pray. Now, the point of telling you this story is that locally, I know the antidote to that problem. It's there in the compound. I just needed to tell my uncle. If I told my uncle, there's something they will give me, I will lick it. And they rub it on that spot. The thing will go. But I have enough spiritual intelligence to know that when you start patronizing Satan, it will not end. Oh, that if you start, it will not end. Let me tell you how the antidote of darkness works. So you stepped on that thing, and it's like, hey, there's the antidote here. We have the cure. Sometimes the person that did the thing is the person that did the cure. You are just not aware that it's the same person. It's like computer virus. Sometimes when they manufacture the virus, they have the antivirus. It's a way of making money. You need to buy antivirus. So the person that did the thing could as well be the one that made the antidote. You will not say, hey, something has happened. They say, no problem, don't worry. They now bring the Baba's antidote and apply it for you. When you wake up the next morning, you'll be fine. Maximum 2 days, you are fine. Hey, the thing worked. What you did not realize was that there was another egg of another problem that was put inside the antidote they gave you. That one has a gestation period of about 7 months. It will not mature until like 7 months. So when you took that antidote and you applied it and you licked it, you felt fine. You are still now at the egg level. You know, metamorphosis of butterfly. You will go from egg to larva. You know, I say, it's as if once in a while something is doing me on my back here. Once in a while. Then you now get to pupa. Jungle don't they mature gradually. When the thing finally becomes a butterfly, it's like there's something moving all over my body. Then you will now remember that the last time you had a problem, there was this Baba that they gave you antidote from. And he worked. What do? You go back there. Baba has antidote for this one. But when he's going to give you, there's another egg inside. When you start it, you will not end. The system is designed to enslave you perpetually. Those of you that have parents, that have husbands, that are doing this thing, since they've been doing it, have they stopped? 17 years ago, you found a small feather that he came and put at the back of the bed. Say, it's because of. You know that since that time till today, the protocol has not changed. It's the circumstance that changes. The slavery has not ended. If you start, it will take the mighty hand of God. So I decided that's not a way to go. So we ran it by manual method. There's a locomotive method of dealing with issues like that in the spirit. Manual method. This is not crankshaft. There is not, the manual gear system. Yes, it's not automatic. That's how you run those kinds of matters. So I told my wife, I said, we need to deal with this thing. So we started praying. I think she called 1 or 2 other persons. I remember maybe she called like my best man or so. We started praying. This thing is around 9 p.m. now. Prayed. As we were praying, the thing started coming back down from my head. Came to the shoulder. It came down to the waist. Vaporized from the hand. We kept praying. It kept going until it got to the knee. When it came to the knee, from my knee down to my foot, it now didn't go completely. It was like 70-75% gone. There was a residue. There was a mild form of it that I could feel from my knee to my foot. I said, well, we are in a good place. So we wrapped it up and went to sleep. This is Saturday night. Now into Sunday morning. Woke up the next morning on Sunday, and then I went to the man that put the thing there to give him proof of life. You see, you don't come from the village, you don't understand these things. I went to greet the man in the morning to give him proof of life and shook hands with him. To let him know that I come with a higher order. I come out of a higher ordination. And because of that thing that they did, Every opportunity that I have, I go to my village. Yes, I did not apply to come from that village. No, I didn't. If God gave me a choice to choose, I probably wouldn't choose the place. So since I did not choose it, God chose it for me. You cannot send me away from my village. It is my village. So if I'm preaching anywhere around, sometimes even if for 10 minutes, I will breeze in, greet the people in the compound, greet everybody, and walk away. If any man is in Christ, is a new creation. All things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. This kind of Christianity that is begging all over the place and afraid of everything. Afraid of cockroach, afraid of lizard, afraid. Am I saying that Satan cannot use them? No. Am I even saying, with what I've told you now, you know I'm not among those that say Satan does not have power. But what Jesus said is, I give you power to tread upon serpents and upon scorpions and over all the power of the enemy. I'm not saying the enemy does not have power, but there is power that is over the power of the enemy. So gradually, a coalition of old women around that our compound. When I come now, they say, he do. I know where they got the name from. In my language, that means lion. It's not my name, but it's my reality. And I know where they saw it. Those that say, hey, we will use your money to kill you, is a lie. I will give you money. You can't do anything. He that gives to the poor lends to the Lord. The Lord will repay him for that which he has done. I will only not give you if the government overhead says no. Otherwise, what? You can't take my money and hurt me with my money. It's too late. It's too late. Listen to me. The Christian is supposed to be an impossible case for darkness. Like Satan will look at you and say, what kind of wahala is this? Are you with me? Like if you leave him, he is soaring high. If you attack him, he uses it as fuel. How do you solve a problem like Gideon? Not this thing that you are doing as if they need to give you permission before you can come to your own village. Village! God forbid. God forbid. I go to my village. When it's convenient, I pack my children. We all go there. The last time we don't have plenty time, but we will still go. Hello? The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. You should be grateful that I am allowing you to live. You should be grateful. This is my Father's estate. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. The world and them that dwell therein. God has the title deed to every square inch of the entire universe. And as many as received him, to them gave you power to become the sons of God. This world is my Father's property. You cannot intimidate me on my Father's property. If anything, you are the trespasser. And you should be glad that I'm allowing you to live. It's because we don't know our ordinations in the spirit. So when challenges like this come, that's when you actually know your true worth. This is why this motivational Christianity we are doing, we are not helping ourselves, man. We are not. Hey, say this week, I see you here. Hey, this week. There is the God that teaches our hands to war and our fingers to battle, that makes our feet like hinds feet so he can set us on our high places. Saviors shall arise from Zion.